Hello and welcome to the Musical Instrument Investigator. Today we are on the website of Gardiner Houlgate again. An auction is based in the UK, and we're going to have a look at their second guitar auction. So they usually have auctions in groups of 3 for musical instruments, 2 guitar auctions and 1 general musical instrument. So this is the second one. This is guitars and kind of entertainment memorabilia, etc. There's 703 lots on this, so clearly they've been learning from the French and they want to chuck in as many items as possible. So we're going to have to whiz through it really. A lot of this we can skim over if it's just memorabilia stuff, but there will be quite a few amps and guitars and pedals and things in this. Buyer's premium is 26.4%, as always, a bit odd. There it is. So yeah, with this auction it's based in the UK, as I said, so if you are in Europe or outside of Europe, then bear that in mind in terms of kind of shipment costs, import, export, etc, etc. So without further ado, considering that we've got 703 lots, let's just kind of walk through it and see what we have. We won't be able to go too super in depth on this just because there's so many items, but let's see anyway what they have. So looks like there's some studio equipment from the Alarm, from the band The Alarm. It's a Black Star amp and cabinet there. The 2015 Black Star HT Club 40 1x12 combo amplifier there, and it looks like another one there, estimates 150 to 200, and there's a Black Star 2016 HT Club 50 amp head and cabinet there. So if you're a fan of that band, then there's another, looks like they must have been sponsored by Black Star, Series 1 100 6L6 guitar amp head and cab. And then there is HT Stage 60 Mark II 2x12 guitar amp there. Then it's an old Ashdown Engineering RM410T 4x10 bass guitar amplifier cabinet. And then we have a Vox AC30 there, and this looks like a Roland Jazz Chorus, isn't it? Yeah, Roland Jazz Chorus 120 JC 120 2x12 combo, classic amp. Some Marshall JCM 800 cabinet there, 1970s Marshall 4x12 cabinet there. Another, this kind of angled one, there's a straight Marshall 4x12 here. Some more amps here, so they've got Marshall as well. Limited edition Blues Breaker JTM 50 tremolo guitar amp. And let's see what we've got here, a 35th anniversary limited edition JMP Mark II guitar amp and a cabinet there. They have a lot of equipment, and another JMP Mark II guitar amplifier. Here's a 1978 Marshall JMP 2204 Master Model 50 watt Mark II lead guitar amplifier head. Load of Marshall stuff. Wow, they really have crazy amounts of things. 1977 Marshall JMP 2204 Master Model 50 watt Mark II lead guitar amp head. The Alarm and Status Quo Stage Use Vintage Vox AC30 2x12 4 to 800 is the thing there. Heavy duty flight case on wheels, another flight case or flight case. Flight case, The Alarm and Oasis tour. There you go. I think I actually looked at this before. Queen and The Alarm owned and played Kawai EP308 electric grand piano made in Japan, and it was purchased by The Alarm from Queen in 1985. So there you go. If you're a fan of Queen and The Alarm, then there's a lot of amps and things that you can get hold of. Brian Licorice Locking from the Shadows, 1960 Fender Precision bass guitar in the USA, 5 to 10 grand is on that. So we've got some stuff with provenance. And Eric Clapton and Phil Palmer 1989 Gibson Chet Atkins CE classical electric guitar. 3,000 to 6,000 is the estimate there. Pete Townsend autographed and played. 2,000 Gibson custom shop. Pete Townsend's signature model there. 2,000 to 4,000. Gordon Giltrap and Steve Craddock 2007 Rob Armstrong acoustic guitar. 600 to 1,000 there. And Steve Crowther 1991 Gibson Flying V electric guitar made in the USA. And Jet Harris autographed 2004 Schecter Diamond Series Hellcat V1 Bass 6 electric guitar. Okay. And Matt Dayton owned and used 2002 Gibson SG electric guitar made in USA. Okay. Burt Yanks, interesting Focusrite Platinum 4 Mixmaster rack unit. Interesting. There's some other kind of Burt Yansk Focusrite stuff. It's a little bit out of our kind of realm. More Burt Yank stuff, some kind of collector's things. It's getting a bit out of the instrument kind of realm, so we can kind of skip over this. This might take a bit of time. It's another kind of Suede amplifier flight case there, so if you're a fan of Suede, there's some more amps here. 1993 Marshall Jubilee model, 3530 300 watt. It's an interesting cabinet actually. Bass guitar amplifier rack, 100 to 200. That's quite cool. Fender 65 Super Reverb amp. 1973 Fender Deluxe Reverb amp. 1982 Roland Jazz Chorus. A Koch Tube Series multi-tone guitar amp. Fender Concert guitar amplifier. PVVT Series 212 classic guitar amplifier. Ibanez Whole Tone WT80 guitar amp. Fender Blues Junior amp. TubeWorks Moss Valve RT2100 guitar amp. Mesa Boogie Mark III. 2004 Roland Cube 60D. Another Roland Cube 60. Sessionette 75. Another Sessionette 75. Music Man 5110RD. Polytone Mini Brute 2. Polytone Teeny Brute guitar amp. Polytone Mini Brute 2. Polytone Mini Brute 3. And a Polytone Mini Brute 1. Another Polytone Mini Brute 2. Tanglewood T6 acoustic combo amp. An AER Compact 62 twin channel acoustic amp. Galen Kruger MLS guitar amplifier head. Custom KBA 20 bass guitar amp with a Hart amp and something else. Oh god, and with Watson amp, whatever that is. Laney V30 guitar amplifier in need of some work, and a small other one as well. Some speakers, some Celestians. Old Marshall amplifier box fitted with Celestion greenback and a Vox GSH 1230 16 speakers. Interesting combination there. Fender Super 60 guitar amp, Vox AC15 CC1 guitar amp, Laney A1 acoustic guitar amp, Roland Cube light guitar amp, Vox AC30 guitar amp, Trace Elliott Boxer 15 guitar amp, Roland Cube 30 guitar amp, 2016 Blackstar HD5 guitar amp, Mesa Boogie XCHHC1 C1x12 guitar amp, and more amps. PV115 BX, it's 1x15 guitar amp, another 1x15 bass guitar amplifier speaker cabinet, Londoner L100A guitar bass organ amplifier, PV Classic 50 guitar amp, Bugera 333 120 watt 3 channel valve amp, Fender Princeton chorus guitar amp, Polytone Mini Brute 2 guitar amp, Cornell Romney Plus guitar amp, they're pretty good, Ashdown Mag 300 bass guitar amp, a Haydn HGT A20 guitar amplifier head, Trace Elliott Brat guitar amplifier together with something else, HH Electronic VS Musician 2x12 combo, Fender Twin Reverb amp in a flight case, 1970s Ampeg VT22 guitar amp head, Chase 60BA guitar amp head, bass guitar amplifier, speaker cabinet, Layanti LH50 guitar amplifier with a speaker cabinet, and 1960s Selmer Little Giant guitar amplifier. That's quite cool. 1990 Marshall bass combo guitar amp with a PV amp. 1993 Fender Deluxe Reverb amp. Rat Electronics Hot Rod Valve Special guitar amp, and Black Star Amplification HD5 combo. Sound City by Dallas Arbiter Concord amplifier. That's pretty cool. 1979 Fender Champ guitar amp. 1960s Fenton Vial Cadet amplifier. 1960s Watkins Westminster Tremolo amp. Celestion Classic Lead 80 8-ohm guitar speaker. 1960s Bird Golden Eagle combo guitar amp. Let's have a look at that. That's quite cool. And 1960s Bird Talisman guitar amplifier. That's another. Looks pretty cool. Only one picture of that one. And 1970s Wem Watkins Dominator Mark III. 1970s Wem Westminster 15 guitar. Another Wem Watkins Dominator 25 bass amp. 1970s Wem Watkins Westminster guitar amp. 1970s Wem Watkins Clubman guitar amp. 1960s Gibson Vanguard GA77 RVT guitar amp. 1960s Sears Silvertone Model 1481 guitar amp. 1960s Sears Silvertone Model 1421 amp. 1960s Sears Silvertone Model 1484 twin amp. Fender Music Man bass guitar amp. Selmer 30 SS guitar amplifier. Fender 85 guitar amp. Fender Champion 600 guitar amp. 1960s Linear Concord guitar amp. Black Star Amplification HD1 guitar amp. Epiphone Valve Junior amp. HH Electronics IC100S amplifier head. Mesa Boogie Triple Crown TC50 amp. Freshman Megatone AC60R acoustic amp. Vox VT20 Plus Valvetronics guitar amp. Marshall Acoustic Soloist AS50R guitar amp. Trainer YGL 3 Mark III guitar amplifier. Fender M80 guitar amp. Acoustic Control Corporation Model 105 amp. Fender Super 60 guitar amp. Farfisa TR70 0S guitar amplifier. Ampeg Model VT22 guitar amp. Carlsberg Sound Equipment CS60PA reverb. Good old Carlsberg amp, that one. HH Electronic MA 100 4-channel amp. Sound City 100 Mark III custom built amp. 2006 Marshall Valve State AVT 50X guitar amp. Roland Micro Cube guitar amp. Vox AC4 TV guitar amp. Epiphone Valve Junior amp. Another Epiphone Valve Junior amp. Mesa Boogie Express 550 guitar amp. Zilla custom guitar amplifier cabinet. Another Zilla custom cabinet. Mesa Boogie 5050 stereo tube power amp. Marshall GMP1 valve MIDI preamp guitar. Is a Black Star Amplification ID Core Beam guitar amp. An Eminent speaker there. Gillian Kruger MLE206 guitar amp. Roland Cube Street guitar, so kind of using Kettner kind of pedal control for an amp. Orange Crush 20 LDX guitar amplifier. Early 1960s Vox AC30 guitar amplifier. That's currently does not power up and further investigation needed. Pat test failure and sold for parts, spare only. Interesting. Could be good for someone that's interested in doing a bit of repair. Marshall 1960 AX 4x12 guitar amp. 1972 Marshall GMP 1987 50-watt lead amp. Egnator Mod 50 guitar amp. And Egnator Twin Fender guitar amp. Looks like some kind of modules, yeah, so some amp modules there, more Egnator module, more modules, quite a few different Egnator, different modules there. Mather custom 2x10 guitar amplifier, speaker cabinet, I think. Yeah, some interesting stuff. Mesa Boogie Simul Class 295 stereo guitar amp. Early 1960s Vox AC30 guitar amp. 1970s Fender Bandmaster guitar amp. Vox VB M1 Brian May special guitar amp. Pig Nose portable battery guitar amp. Custom made guitar amplifier based on A Vox VX1 15 watt practice amplifier, interesting. Late 1960s Marshall JMP Plexi model. Amp 1x12 speaker cabinet. 1963 Fender Showman Amp 15 guitar amplifier cabinet. Fender Custom Shop Limited Edition Vibrolux, I think. That's the Vibra King guitar amplifier. Rolling Cube 40 GX amplifier. Shirtler David 80 watt acoustic guitar amp. Blackstar Amplification Flybass 3 amp. Blackstar Amplification Fly 3 watt mini amp. Fender Bassman 20 guitar amplifier. Valve Tone VPA 5 watt hand wired amplifier. Blackstar Amplification HD5 guitar amp. Vox Little Night Train NT2H guitar amp. Big Nose Limited Edition Series 7100 Tweed amp. Vox Night Train NT158 guitar amplifier and cabinet. Late 1960s Summer All-Purpose 30 guitar amp and is that a cabinet with it, or is it in a 10 note? That's it. All-purpose with a interesting cabinet. 2004 Marshall NG Series 100 DFX guitar amplifier. Fender Pro Junior guitar amplifier. Fender Bronco amp. 1978 Marshall Master Model 2104 50 watt. Travel guitar Flip Zone V25 portable amp. 1962 Ampeg Reverb Rocket guitar amp. Fender Rumble 25 bass guitar amplifier. 2009 Marshall Hayes 40 guitar amp. Roland DB700 D bass guitar amplifier. 1960 Selmer True Voice Zodiac Twin amp. That looks like it's in a interesting condition there. And Blackstar Amplification ID60 TVP guitar amp. Blackstar Amplification ID Core Stereo amp. On to the next page. There's quite an incredible amount of things on this. Rivera 3012 guitar amplifier. Line 6 Spider 3 30 watt guitar amp. Marshall JGM 30 guitar amp. Fender Deluxe 90 guitar amp. 65 amps Ventura guitar amplifier head. Ampeg SVT DI vacuum tube direct injection. And Evans Customs amplifier AE200 1x8. Quilter 101 mini head guitar amp. Marshall MG 102 CFX guitar amplifier. A Blackstar Amplification Blackbird 50 12-inch speaker. Fender Bandmaster guitar amplifier head. Vox AC 41 guitar amplifier. British Racing Green. Vox AC 15 guitar amplifier box. Selmer 2x12 speaker cabinet. New Watkins Dominator front. Roland Cube 30X guitar amplifier with other Rolands. A Shirtler Unico acoustic guitar amp. AER Compact 60 twin channel acoustic amp. AER Alpha Plus acoustic guitar amp. AER Alpha acoustic guitar amp. Another AER Compact 60 acoustic guitar amp. Marshall Acoustic Soloist AS 100D guitar amplifier. Johnson Amplification Marquee GM 60 amp. Trace Elliott 40 CR amplifier together with some PV and other amps. Jazz Cat guitar amplifier. Acoustic Image 10 2 guitar amplifier. 1977 Marshall 100 watt lead and bass amp. Rare pair of Celestion G12 75 12-inch speakers. 2001 Marshall Valve State 2000 AVT. And a Carlsbad amp, it looks like that. Morgan Amplifications SW50R guitar amplifier, that's quite cool. Redstone Audio 200 watt H-Home 1x12 guitar amp. Lab Series L7 Model 309AX guitar amplifier. Pair of Sims Watt 16 ohm column speakers. These are always pretty cool. Indeed, £50 to £100. I think these are pretty good. And what else is there? Kurzweil Micro Ensemble MIDI effects module. Line 6 Pod. Boss SD1 Super Overdrive pedal. EBS Multi-Drive Universal Overdrive. Vertex Axis wah. Dunlop John Petrucci wah. There's a kind of Anarchy Mule module guitar effects, and now we're getting into the crazy amount of pedals that are in this auction. I don't want to get into the pedals too much because it's just takes too long, but they have so many new pedals in these auctions, so it's just it gets a bit too heavy. But there's some stuff by Death by Audio, a whole load of different effects there by Death by Audio, Hologram Electronics, whole load of different pedals by them. Here's some Meris Hydra pedals, Fuzzrocious pedals, Walrus Audio. It's just interesting that these are always new and boxed. There's so many in this auction, just a bit bizarre. Walrus Audio, whole load of other different things. KMA Audio, some stuff from them. Rev Frederick Effects, a whole load of different pedals here. Earthquaker Devices, all the kind of good known kind of modern pedal makers. More Earthquaker Devices stuff. Classic electro harmonic stuff here, all new kind of stuff here. More electro harmonic stuff. Classic micro pogs there, always good. Just a whole load of other electro harmonic stuff. Electro harmonics kind of micro synth. Yeah, more electro harmonic stuff. So it's got a few load of the GHS stuff. Yeah, whole load of GHS pedals. More there. Go on to the next page. Screddy pedals, Red Witch, Stone Deaf, Sub Decay, Supro, Old Blood Noise. Lots of pedals. They look cool, but I've not heard of them before. Voodoo Labs, using Kettner, even Morley. This is, I think it's, oh, I've gone into the wrong thing. These, I think, are probably second hand, so using Kettner Tube Retrosphere, Morley Wah with a load of other things. Ibanez TS9 Tube Screamer Classic, Vox Flat 4 Boost guitar pedal case there. Rocktron, Watkins Copycat tape delay, Boss pedals there, some pedal ball bits, a few other kind of different interesting pedals. I'll just go through. These are all kind of second hand ones here. DL4 delay modulator, graphics equalizer, another kind of WEM copycat, few other different kind of echo things, floor controllers, just a whole load of stuff, just a bit too much to go into really without a crazy long video. Boss RC30 dual track loop station, more Ibanez pedals, Line 6 pod, just yeah, more and more different pedals. And let's see, onwards to the next one. Oh, a load of guitar cases, load of Hiscox cases, so we can kind of skip over those. Yamaha cases, Fender cases, more Fender, Gator cases, Toman, the whole range of cases there, and a load of gig bags. So if you're after some cases, a whole load of separate pickups there, Gibson pickups, Lindy Fralin, classic kind of parts and stuff like that. Now in like book sections, loads of books on guitars and all of these kind of things. Fender Balboa electroacoustic guitar, need a restoration, that's had a good life. Unfinished project guitar kit here, that's for someone who wants to do some work. A few more pickups, early 70s Gibson P90s, etc. Now into some studio monitors here, some Casio keyboards, it's got a Moog synth there, a whole load of keyboards, Arturia Laboratory 49 analog, Akai professional keyboards. Something was withdrawn there, and let's carry on. More speakers, some microphones, Audio Tech, Roland polyphonic synth, and another one there. Some kind of Korg equipment there, some more keyboards, Roland stuff, Tosco portable keyboard, vintage Elgam Snoopy electric piano, that's interesting. A few other small kind of things, professional wind instrument there, the USB kind, that's kind of interesting. few curious things about. Moog Mother 32 semi-modular analog synth, that's quite cool. A few more keyboards and things like that. Korg X 5D music synth, so a whole range. Rode NT1A condenser microphone. Allen and Heath, that's good studio mixer. A few other things, Fostex multi-tracker, some other audio equipment, yeah, and some other kind of pro audio equipment. So that's it. Yeah, I think we're kind of at the end of that auction, so we just took a really quick overview of it because there's not so many instruments as such. Some interesting amplifiers that we kind of just went over quite quickly, and a whole load of pedals and things like that, but it's kind of difficult to kind of go through all of those. I'm a bit out of the loop, but if you're interested in amplifiers and pedals, then this is definitely the auction, and it's worth looking at a bit more detail. I'll put a link in the description. If you're not interested in guitar amps or pedals and things, then this is not really the auction to look at for you. For me, it's a little bit difficult to kind of cover. I find it a little bit tedious for me, but there is definitely interesting stuff in here for people that are interested in that. And so this auction is live on the 9th of December, which is tomorrow, so it's the 8th today. So yeah, if you're interested in kind of guitar amps and pedals, then this is definitely something that you should have a look at. So anyway, until next time, ciao for now. Bye. Many thanks for tuning in to the Musical Instrument Investigator. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, then please like, subscribe and turn on notifications, and watch out for the next video coming soon.